So let's start with Carmens. Like, would you consider yourself a diva?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
No.
Both of these women are queens in their own right.
I have a crown. No?
You actually do have a crown.
Yeah, I bought myself a crown. Yes. Yes.
Hey guys, welcome to May's Conversations, where in each episode, we feature a different component in astrology, and not only just talking about theory, we actually invite real people who are guests on our show so that we can share experiences of how exactly does this component work out in people's lives and how accurate are some of these traits that the internet says are ascribed to these astrological components. So today I have two guests. They are Carmens as well as Yin Din, and I'm going to get them to introduce themselves. Right, Carmens, you want to go first?
Hi, I'm Carmens. I'm an author and a personal transformation coach. I empower women who feel insecure to love themselves and lead their life.
Well, awesome. And Yin Din?
Yeah, hi. I'm a counselor and a psychotherapist. I work in a school setting, all right, and I also work with corporate clients, video counseling on a digital online platform.
Yeah, wonderful. So what you have here are women who have gone on to take on very empowering careers. So in fact, today our topic is on the sign of Leo, an astrological sign. And for today, both of my guests, they are not just sun sign Leos. It's not just that their sign is Leo, but they have multiple planets in Leo. In fact, they have about 3 to 4 planets. So this is like major Leo Stellium. So in fact, I want to ask both of you ladies, you know, Leo is one of those signs. The internet has some pretty choice adjectives for it, right? So you're always said to be like a diva. It's like this self-centered one, a lot of attention. Let's start with Carmens. Like, would you consider yourself a diva?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Right. And then I remember that when I was in secondary school or junior college, and then my friend who she told me that I overdress.
Oh, wow. Okay.
When I was growing up, right, I didn't really actually identify with Leo. So, you know, I would read those horoscopes in magazines and all that. I'm like, this is not me, you know. But secretly, internally, I wish it's me, but I never felt, you know. Yeah, so in that way, you know, so as I grow up, right, and I start to develop, you know, a more holistic personality, I'm beginning to see that there is a diva inside me that is wanting to, you know, get attention.
Wow, I love the honesty that's coming here.
Yes, Leos, they have a lot of charisma, right? They're very confident, all right? And they naturally, when they, you know, stand up, it's like the line is on me, and then, you know, no more this two person, it's just me, right? And sometimes I wish I have that.
So guys, what I'm hearing is that Leo can have a desire for the attention,
yes,
but that doesn't always mean that Leo go full force and try to draw everyone's attention. Yeah. So I want to ask Carmen, did you have a similar experience? Like when you were growing up, did you feel strongly like you wanted the attention, but you were afraid to fight for it?
Oh yes, I wish that I could be somebody who sings, a singer, because I watch a lot of all these movies, right? And then they have the, you know,
so talented, right?
A soundtrack, and I wish that I'm able to sing. But yet, I am afraid of putting myself out there, to shine.
I think sometimes Leo can be very inspirational also. But there is something I'm very curious about. So, you know, guys, you've seen on the internet, like people say Leo loves the attention. And in fact, based on what both of you are saying, it's like Yin Din desired the charisma, and then Carmens was thinking about the people who sing, right? So what is it about that Leo energy that desires to be, what I'm hearing is the desire to be a star, right? Something along those lines.
I think Leo wants ultimately to be influential, right? So, and is a performer, right? So definitely they will feel that, you know, if I get the attention, all right, I would be the leader, and I would be able to influence people, all right, and then therefore in the process get the attention, get the adoration and all the kind of stuff, you know, that they do want, right?
I like that. It sounds a bit like the benevolent king. So
Okay.
it's a bit like the king does want you to bow,
Yeah.
but the king also makes sure that I will make sure you have what you need.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
I remember in your class, you mentioned that the Leo is like the campfire.
Yes, I was thinking about
The
it.
campfire where people, it is a warm glowing light that is consistent, and people would sit around it and they will just chit-chat over, they will look at the campfire and they will just chit-chat and do sharing. And that's really something that I would like to have. Yeah, just at about the time where I discovered astrology, I also discovered burlesque. Burlesque is a very theatrical, striptease kind of dance, which is meant to entertain people. Yeah, it's a very sexy dance genre.
Yeah, so it's like, so do you resonate with that? Before burlesque, were you like an artist? Were you like a music and a dancing person, or not really until burlesque?
Yeah, actually, it was because I find that I was too inhibited, not daring to express myself like through singing, and that I realized that I really need to do something about that. I discovered burlesque and I saw it and I fell in love with it.
Oh, awesome.
So I think that brings out something about that dark feminine energy inside me. Yeah, it allows it to express itself. To be like the star power, to you know, like pleasuring. It's a very sensual dance.
Did you perform for an audience?
Oh yes, I dance with the school. As we learn the dance and then we dance it in front of the video and it's posted on social media.
Yeah. Can you all see the glow on her face? So there's something about Leo and the ability to just perform and to give to an audience that I find that always lights a Leo up. So great. And do you also have an artistic streak that we don't know about?
I'm a closet singer, closet dancer.
So you do sing and you do dance, but secretly?
Secretly. I was in a choir, right? You know, I'm not good enough with dancing, but never mind, I just tour around at home, please myself, you know. Leo is about pressurizing yourself as well. And then, yes, I was also doing Chinese painting growing up. You know, so I've always been drawn actually to this, the arts and all that, right? So, yeah.
So it sounds like it's not very important whether or not you do the arts professionally.
Yes.
But for Leo, it's more of a self-expression thing. That means it's just a way to show who you are and to have that light shining out, right? Is that what you resonate with?
Yes. You know, I've always been, right, quite proud of the fact that, you know, I was actually the first, you know, school counsellor of my school. So I actually really start off creating, you know, the counselling system in my school in the early years, right? So it's something that I'm actually really pretty proud of because it really started from nothing, right? So that means a lot to me, right? Yeah.
So Leo's very good at creating things from nothing. I love that. And have you experienced that? This need to create from nothing.
Yes. What I also want to say is that it is creating something that really resonates with me, something that I agree with, something that has like my fingerprints all over it, that this is me.
So for both of you ladies, there's quite a bit of Leo in specifically the 6th house of both of your charts. So for our viewers, the 6th house in astrology describes the work environment and even the work scope. Did you both find that you needed that camaraderie or this ability to shine and to give a warm sharing environment to people?
Yeah, actually when I went to May, it was because I hated my job. And also I wanted to learn astrology. So I joined her career transformation weekend and then that got me interested. And so I decided that what would really make me happy is to do something that is aligned with my chart. And so I left my job and I realized that working in a job that we do not like is not self-love. Yeah, it's not self-love. So if I cannot love myself, how can I teach women to love themselves? Yeah, so I went to become a personal transformation coach. I wrote a book and and I published my book.
Well, I can see you brought your book here.
Yes.
Right? So come, let me have a look. Okay, so guys, if you can see this, it's by Carmens and it's called Open Up to Love. So I think it's a great cover. You look fantastic on it. Yeah. So, can you tell us like briefly what is this about, and how did you find that your Leo side came up when you were writing this?
I poured a lot of my personal stories into this book, all the things that I've learned, all the wisdom that I've learned in my journey, and I poured it all out into this book. So this book is to help women who have insecurity, especially in the area of relationship, right? Because there's a lot of like, am I good enough? That kind of feeling.
It's a confidence thing.
Yes, self-expression, self-love, and self-acceptance. Yeah, so this book is to help women to overcome their insecurity, to go deep inside to discover their inner truth, so that they can have deeper connections with themselves and with other people.
Awesome. Okay, so this is how like I can see like all the positive characteristics of Leo. It's the warmth, it's the confidence, it's help women to roar like a lioness. There's a bit of that Leo thing that's there. Okay, that's great. So how can people get a copy of this?
They can get a copy of this at openuptolovebook.com.
Oh, okay, awesome. So guys, do check this out. Okay, so thank you, Carmens. Yeah, and Yin Din, what's your experience so far?
Before I became a counselor and a psychotherapist, in the very early years of my career, after fresh from uni, I was a teacher. All right. So in a way, teaching satisfied the Leo part of me. The teacher is very naturally, the job makes it such that we are the performer in the class, right? So it's very, that way, right? And very, performing in front of children. And then the influence and the whatever is just naturally there, right? So later on, right, because of other needs in my chart, somehow I moved on into psychotherapy, right? But at the time when I was meeting you, I was having some struggles at work. And at that point in time, I was thinking whether or not I should go back to teaching, because I really missed that kind of immediate Leo attention that I was getting, as a teacher. I may not always be able to express myself in a counseling setting, because in a way, counseling is more like a collaborative process. Sometimes I cannot be the leader. I have to step back and collaborate with you. So because of that, I sometimes feel I cannot totally self-express.
Don't get to be the queen, right? The queen.
Yeah, I know, right? Then I have to make you the queen, right? Because, it's a collaborative process. The client is still the center of attention, by right? But so there is that tension. Right, so and I was very unhappy. I went for your class, I did a lot of soul searching, like what Carmen said, try to squeeze dry my chart. What else can I get out of it, And then, so I discovered that, I could still express myself actually, even in my current job. So now for me, the focus would be, in my current job, which I'm still actually very happy about, can I inject Leo components into it? Can I be more authentic?
So what are some of the plans? What I'm trying to get at is, because you see, if you are spending the time to learn astrology and you know what the chart says, that means you can start to make some intelligent decisions in the projects that you choose. So how would that change the way you go about doing your job?
Right. So right now, actually, I'm doing Jungian psychotherapy. It actually assimilates quite well with astrology. Right, and then I'm trying to see, whether I can incorporate the two together with dream work, which is very much part of what Jungian psychotherapy, is about. I'm really trying to have my way of doing therapy, really, right? Yeah,
that's brilliant. So it's what I'm hearing from both of you is that there are a few themes here. First of all, there's a bit of that young person thing, because it's like Leo has a lot of connections with youth and fiery energy. So definitely, I know that with Yin Din, you like working with young people. So it's always the youth, right?
Mm.
And what would you say to the people who are watching this if they are Leo and they struggle with that self-expression? Do you have anything to share with them?
Just be yourself.
Yeah.
Do what makes you feel happy, what makes you feel joyful, and don't care about what other people think.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You clearly agree.
Yes. It's like I was about to say be yourself, and then she used my word. So it's really very Leo, It's really just be yourself, make yourself happy and make others happy along the way. It's really, that unrestrained energy, right? So I see that in some children, so there is a lot of sometimes envy. Because as children, it's really that unrestrained energy. As adults growing up, because of societal conditioning or whatever, the energy gets stifled a bit, right? Your mother will come along and tell you, hey, you're not supposed to behave like this, you're supposed to behave or whatever, right? So that energy gets stifled, right? So yeah, so it's really, as adults, really remind ourselves, just sometimes have that child spirit, really. Yeah, the unrestrained.
What would
energy,
Leo's, in your experience, this Leo energy, what could be the greatest contribution that a Leo person can give to their communities and their society?
The Leo energy is really about love, that purity of that heart, that passion, and going forth with it.
It's the lion heart.
The lion heart, yes.
Adding on to that, it would be also courage.
Yeah.
Courage and knowing that you are loved, you are worthy, just like a royalty.
I like that. We never really got to the royalty bit, okay? But I think you both agree with me. Both of these women are queens in their own right.
I have a crown. No?
You actually have a
crown. Yeah, I bought myself a crown. Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's the fun. I think Leo can have a very, very fun side. And I think when you allow yourself to just be a child, do dress up, and just wear whatever crazy thing you want just because, it's just a Leo thing. So guys, thank you for watching up to this point, and I'd like to thank both of my guests today, and I'm sure you agree with me, they are both absolute queens in their own right. And if you are very interested in knowing more about astrology, especially as we invite more guests to talk about how astrology plays out in real life and how we can use it in a much more productive and contributive manner, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video.